Hi everyone. Hope all you is
Hello.
fine. And hello Glenn.
Hello.
Okay. Okay, just to share all of you, my friend Glenn actually is considered a partner of mine, or maybe can so is my mentor, or maybe a friend of mine. So who is this young guy? All right. He is an investment who was speaking around the world and being interviewed in the radio FM in Singapore. And at such a young age, he has been invest for quite a number of years. And let's welcome Glenn.
Hello everyone, this is Glenn. So thanks Tony for inviting me to this interview, and I'm really very glad to share with all of you with using my experience and my knowledge to use all my power to give all of you all the value within this short period of time. Thanks Tony for inviting me.
Hey, thanks, Glenn. I mean, I really appreciate your time. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate also actually you spend time to let us have this short interview to share with my audience, and of course hope at the end of this video they will benefit something. All right. First of all, Glenn, do you mind like sharing why you start invest, or what make
Oh,
you to start invest? Do you mind share about a little
oh,
bit story of you?
don't mind. So I actually read this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad at the age of 15. One of my secondary school friends actually passed this to me because he mentioned that this book actually helped him a lot. So I actually took that book and then just read. Then at a period of time, I really doesn't like to read book. But when I read halfway through, I realized that wow, the Rich Dad Poor Dad this book actually taught me what is passive income and why is passive income so important. Okay, because before that I doesn't know about this word called passive income. I thought that I will work all my life, okay, for this thing called active income. Nothing wrong. So I learned this thing called passive income. And in the book, it mentioned that, okay, one of the common ways is through property, real estate, and also stock market. So at that time, I think that, well, my capital is very small. So I want to start a stock market. Because we all know that stock market, the capital needed is very little. And that is why at the age of 15, I save up money along the way, working a lot of part-time jobs and etc. At the age of 18, finally my legal age to invest, I jump into the stock market and start investing. And why you're asking why I actually started investing is because I do not want to work as an employee for the rest of my life. Okay, I want to retire much earlier than my peers and the average Joe outside. That is why I think I must do something different, which is to work at the same time, save up as much money as possible, and invest. So to get much more passive income right from the start. Because investing, other than skills and knowledge, there's one thing that we cannot run away from, which is time. Yeah. Amount of time we needed in investing is also very important because the compound interest, the power of compound interest. Yeah, so that's the main reason why I started so early and why I started to invest.
Oh, great. Wow, I didn't know that you start like just because of one book from Robert Kiyosaki, right? The Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, we
Yeah.
have the same common interest. We don't like study, though. I also don't like. But this
Yeah. Yeah.
come to my mind. And actually, I also start reading books because of this same the same particular person, this Robert Kiyosaki, that also this because of Rich Dad Poor Dad, because of this thing also leads me to make me more understand the actually investment for me, my personal myself. I think it's a need for me to start as early as possible.
Mm.
So
Definitely.
the after effect or the post effect, the compounding interest is like it's a snowball. It keep growing and growing. So just want to share with, just want to ask you do you mind like telling us actually is this investment for you, or from a investment journey, the entire investment journey? So do you think this investment is a necessity, is a need, or is a want for
Oh, okay,
individual?
okay. Personally, I think that is a need. So, example, I share with you. Okay, I'm a Singaporean. Tony is a Malaysian. Most of you know. Okay, and we all know that. Okay, I personally think that is a need. Why? Because even our government are investing. Okay, let's talk about Malaysia EPF. EPF right now every year the interest is how many 6%, right?
Yeah, about 5, 6.
You think about it. How can a government give the citizen or the people 6% every single year? Okay, the reason is they actually take the money from EPF and then go and invest. Okay, let's not talk about politics, whatever. Let's put things aside. I mean, I talk about loan. Okay, yeah, we take the money and then go and invest and make return. That is how you can give the citizen 6% every year. Same thing as Singapore government. Okay, our government is 4%, slightly lower. But how to give citizen 4% every single year? Okay, it's because they take the fund to go and invest in the stock market and in the bonds market. Basically invest. Maybe they invest every year, annualize, they make 7%, 8%, and give the citizen 4%. This is exactly how they actually do it. Okay, money doesn't drop from the sky. So basically, even governments themselves are investing. Okay, I think investing is a need. Okay, at the same time, there's this thing called inflation rate. Okay, if we didn't invest, right, our money, the value of our money in the bank or under your bed or whatsoever, the value of money will become smaller and smaller and smaller. Yeah, just like maybe last time you buy a property, maybe 50 years ago, maybe 50,000 ringgit you can buy already. 50 years ago, example. Okay, but right now 50,000 you cannot buy anything. Minimum maybe 200,000 or even 800,000 ringgit to buy a proper property. Yeah, so you can see that the money actually grow much smaller. And maybe use Malaysia context because I think most of you are from Malaysia. So it's like maybe last time you eat a wanton mee or last time only 1 ringgit or 2 ringgit. Now, oh my god, 6-7 ringgit. Minimum 6-7 ringgit. And sometimes the roti canai like string now. It's becoming very small. So you have to invest. Because after you invest, right, just like if you do not know how to invest, you can consider this thing called index. S&P 500, LCI, or even Singapore like STI index. Index are pretty safe in the long run. Yeah, so yeah, I think that it is really a need. It's not whether we want or not. It's a need now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my.
Hey, thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Hey, actually, Glenn, I quite agree with you. Actually, you say that those like fund like for Malaysia you call it EPF, or for Singapore they call it CPF, or we call it in general term we call it the retirement scheme fund. Hey, actually, I also did find out that actually all of them, it's not only Malaysia or Singapore or some other country as well. They actually exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if not they got no other way to so-called earn their money. I mean, it's still a business. They still need to pay their own employee. Yeah, they don't have the source of income. So this is the only way they can do it.
Yes, they also invest.
Yeah, so for my personal thought, I also after reading all this and get some insight from some other investor or also part of it is you. For me, from a want is turned into the needs as an investor to invest. Yeah. So okay. Do you mind I ask one more question?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Glenn, just want to check with you. Actually, I read an article from CNBC. Is related to this. The head news or the title is written this. Numbers of millionaire is doubled during the crisis. So I mean, since CNBC is a well-known news, we call it a news platform lah. So it's a huge well-known platform is reporting this with this title. We call it number of millionaire is created or doubled during the crisis. So what do you think? Do you think the current crisis will be double up for a number of millionaire or what? I mean, do you mind share more like why this title is coming out?
In my opinion, every single crisis, even economic crisis, health crisis, or any crisis, right, every single crisis is really an opportunity if we know how to deal with it. It's like Chinese, there's one word some of our friends here have mentioned before, like every 危机 is crisis. Every 危机 is a 转机 also. Okay, every 危机 is also an opportunity. 机 is like opportunity, 机会. Yeah, so it's an opportunity. So it's like example during this what we call health crisis, because right now we are in the coronavirus thingy. Health crisis, I believe in the company level or in the government level, definitely there are some leaders who step up already. They step up. Okay, so they can take this opportunity to step up, to lead the team, to lead a country. Well, I'm not saying any particular country. I mean like every country, they got their own leaders and etc. Even in company level, okay, this thing is not very nice. I mean, of course, we know that a lot of companies are being affected, but I believe a lot of companies out there, there are some people who emerge as a leader as well. So same thing. Let's come back to the economic one, which is what you're asking. Yes, I do agree, because every single crisis, that means a lot of things have fall in terms of price, property, stocks, a lot of things. And some people actually, there's two group of people. One group of people actually treat it as a crisis, and then they shy away, they sell off their stocks and sell off their property. And one group of people are buying. You think about it, let's say in stock market or property market, both. How can property market price drop?
Yeah, true.
People sell. Yeah. A lot of people have this thinking because a lot of people sell. I do agree. But let's think about it. If no people buy from them, property price can never drop. Never drop. So let's say a property price is 1 million. How can property price drop from 1 million to 100,000? How can it be? Because there's people buying at 100,000. So
Yeah.
after it's transacted, then people say, wow, property price drop. Can you see that? So people always focus on the seller because crisis. But think about it, who are the buyers? Are they stupid? No, they are not stupid. They are the smart ones. Same thing as stock market. Stock market, let's say the stock price from 100 drop to 50. Wow, 50%. Okay, but think about it. If there's no buyer, everybody is going to sell the stocks. Will the stock price drop? No. The stock price will never drop. Will start at 100 because nobody buy. Can you see that? So what I'm trying to say is that a lot of people sell. At the same time, there's a lot of people behind the scenes keep buying. And those people are us, you and me. We are buying. That's how we make money. And that is why we know that in the stock market, in the long term, it goes up. And that is how, okay, many people make much more money in this period of time. I mean, those smart ones and those that have game plan and know exactly what to do, just like you and I. Because we have our watch list, okay, we have the game plan ready. We're just waiting for this opportunity.
Yeah, cool. I believe what you mean is, of course, it's not, we don't really blindly or buy, or we don't really blindly
Yes, we
follow.
don't blindly buy.
Yeah, but I think the most important thing is we need to learn before we do all these things, right? Like we don't like what I heard of one of the best example is, we don't really literally just go and drive by just when you reach the certain age of a legal age of driving. You have to go and learn and take your test. Then after you go and practice, then you go through the so-called practical exam. Then only you are allowed to get the license. You got the permit to drive on the road. So I think for same goes to stock market, or even if you are you want to buy or achieve even higher, you need to learn how to buy property in a proper way, or what you need to assess things. But let's back to this our investment topic. So if my audience want to learn, I mean, can how can you benefit them, or how what's the thing that you want to advise them, or any sharing, or you want to share with my audience?
Okay. So for those of you who just started investing or haven't started investing at all, the most important thing is not start investing. The most important thing is to educate yourself before investing. Okay, because a lot of people out there, right, they think that investing don't have to learn one. But it is not true. Just like what Tony said, investing you have to learn. Just like driving, you need to learn exactly how to drive before you go and drive. If you don't have a license, then you go and drive, it's called very dangerous. Same like investing. If we do not know how to invest, then jump straight to the stock market. This is not called investing. This is called gambling, and it is very dangerous. So number one is invest in yourself first. Invest in yourself through what? Through education, through learning how to invest. Okay, after you learn how to invest, then you invest. The risk will reduce significantly, and the potential of making much more money increase tremendously. So number one is invest in yourself, which is education. So how can they learn? I actually suggest them to learn from you, Tony, because I heard that recently you got a new online course, of sharing people how to invest safely. I mean, yeah, so I actually suggest them to learn directly from you because maybe you want to share a little bit.
Yeah. Actually, the online course basically it's just the online course is basically just a very suitable for those who never invest before, or you got zero knowledge, or you do not know how to even start it. All right, the most important, you do not even how to start it. And you got zero knowledge. I mean, please learn. I mean, now is a critical season. I mean, everyone is locked down in the house. You got nothing else to do. Why not just spend that time and learn to read? I mean, it's a add-on knowledge to you, add-on value to you, and of course, this is a one-time opportunity in your lifetime because crisis will come every single 10 years.
I also want to add on to what Tony just mentioned, okay, about learning right now, do not waste any of your time. And right now is the best time to learn. Okay, number one, because a lot of us are at home, number one. So please use the time wisely, number one. Number two, right, I do not want any one of you to miss this chance. In my opinion, right now is already a recession and it's one of the best time to invest. Okay, because in the stock market journey, right, every 7 to 10 years, there is an economic crisis, there's a recession. And we all know that recession is a time whereby the price is the best to buy. That means it's the cheapest. The stock market have dropped 30% for the last 2 months. Okay, so right now it has messed up and etc. So we do not know where the market will go up or go down. In the short run, we do not know. But in the long run, we all know that stock market will always goes up. Okay, will always goes up in the long run. So do not miss this lifetime opportunity that every single 10 years we only have once. Okay, so if you miss this time, right, you need to wait for another 10 years, which I do not want you all to wait anymore. Okay, so this is the best time. Do not waste time. Do not think about it already. Just look for Tony and Tony will help you in terms of the online course. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Glenn. But before I end everything, just allow me to quote something because you keep on mentioning you have to invest. Yes, correct. But before you invest literally everything, please, this is my heart. I hope everyone will learn for yourself in terms of to add on your value, add on your knowledge, or add on to your skills. Because Warren Buffett says that the best investment to invest is yourself. All right. So, I mean, thank you, Glenn, for your time. Thank you, Glenn, for your time, and thank you for encouragement. I hope all my audience are gonna enjoy it, and see you then. Bye.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye.